Thank you, Pak Ali, for the time that's been given to me. So, as Pak Ali mentioned, so I've been asked for playing two hats. First, for as Pertamina and as well as part of board of IPA. I hope I can deliver that. So, but first of all, thank you for the committee for give me the time in presenting the example of what Pak Nanang has explained earlier in specific of how government take the significant action and with giving the incentivize to our one of our block in Mahakam such that we can have the program in more aggressive, and of course at the end we committed to support the national target in 2030, 1 million barrel oil per day and 12 billion standard cubic gas per day. So I will start with what the Pertamina subholding upstream context in project investment and incentive. So we can start with the next slide, please. So this is our vision, our plan, long-term plan in supporting the national oil and gas target in 2030. We have several activity and strategy. In the first is we have to manage our baseline, what we have in our plate now. So we have to maintain carefully the production target, and then the next is we also need a growth in organic in project of oil and gas, and the other thing is we have also to more aggressive in exploration for stepping out from the existing block, existing producing asset, and of course with the current depletion period of oil and gas, so we have to step up with the IOR and EOR for oil field, and the rest is of course merger and acquisition. Why this M&A also is important? We have R2P target for Pertamina as a corporation, so we have to manage that between the organic and unorganic strategy. Next. This slide explaining how we in Pertamina facing and initiating and how we do the maturity of definition of one of project in oil and gas. I think this is we call front end loading. I believe this is also the similar with other IOC, how we develop, we assure is the project will be viable, and there are several gate review by internal as well as external, such that at the point if we have the FID gate, so we will secure the execution and operation close to what the plan in the beginning of the stage. And for financing the project, we currently have several strategy. I think the one example in Jambaran Tiung Biru Gas, we financing the project from the outside, from the lenders, and the other project we financing from the equity, but there's opportunity for more aggressive implementation of the project in the future. So by flexibility of sub-holding upstream strategy at this moment. So we can go to the market for getting the right financing for the specific project that we are going to develop in our long-term plan. The numbers of the project at the moment we have, the 10 project in execution phase, and in the right side, the time when those projects will be on stream, just to support the long-term plan that I explained in earlier, and also the left side is explaining what the exploration, what the development proportion in terms of our portfolio of the project, as well as the spending. Next. I go to the Mahakam process incentivized, that what we have granted in May 2021. But what I would like to explain here, the process from starting the Mahakam submit the intention to get the incentive. So from the 6 months plus 9 months, so we have done the process in 15 months. So there's something the next challenge, whether the process of getting or proposing the incentive in the future can be accelerated, along with the challenge to accelerate the oil production in transition with the new renewable energy, as explained by earlier speaker. So this is the first package that Pertamina have been granted by government. I would like to thank to all stakeholders, especially to SKK Migas and Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources for granting us for Mahakam incentive. And the next challenge that is in our plate, by having the Mahakam incentive, so we have now progressing the program to prove the POD is been approved and also implemented to increase the production, or what opportunity in the rest of Mahakam reserve. Next. And what the impact of Mahakam incentive? Of course, the first, we have unlocked the 100 million barrel oil equivalent in addition to current resource. And the next, of course, we have additional investment up to end of PSC, and additional gross revenue to Pertamina, and as well as gas supply certainty to East Kalimantan for Badak NGL, as well as the off-taker. As proof of being granted of incentivized of the Mahakam, so we also have progress in approval, in getting approval of several POD, 3 PODs, yeah, such that supporting the development in Mahakam block. Next. Okay, what we are going to do with other field? Because Pertamina, in reality, we have managing the brownfield, majority in brownfield area, as well as in the late life of production tail. So we currently evaluating our portfolio of our block, and identified several blocks to be economically viable by having the right incentive from government. For example, Pertamina Hulu Sanga-Sanga and Pertamina Hulu Kalimantan Timur. So there are also opportunity in both area is to have unlocking the reserve by more than 100 million barrel oil equivalent. And currently, we intensively discussing and evaluating with SK Chemigas, of course, before getting further approval from government. And for the future also, we identified several blocks in our portfolio. For example, ONWJ, we have some structure, for example, the Zulu, which has the heavy oil field. So we identified that thing that the field can be further developed by also getting the right incentive from government. Next. I think that's it, Pak Ali. Probably we can have question and answer later, so I can welcome. Thank you.